Hello! Welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. My name is Barry Ewing. I'm going to WIP and Chat. Work in progress is what WIP stands for. And chat with you for a while. I hope you can see this pretty good. I tried to get the glare out of the frame. Let's see. I think it's okay. We're going to diamond paint this section. This last section I should have left for you. It was the baddie's face, but I did that this morning before work. So this one's not as fun. Lots of color blocking, but we may get through it faster. And we have a little bit of the ghosty here. And some of the lights, which are fun because they're these, I don't know what they're called, but these clear glass-like drills. First I want to welcome you to my channel, Traveling with Diamonds. Again, my name is Barry Ewing, and I thank my subscribers. I have 18 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. I thank you so much for that. Today we're working on Baddie Party. So there's the original artwork. It's by Muni Made and Cute But Weird. And we have it upside down here. We're working on the second row. And we did the little baddie on top's face earlier this morning. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my section here. Gotta concentrate when I cut. Okay, that should work. So I'm working with a Muni Made tray. This is the small Muni Made tray. I like her small trays. And my pen is from Amazon. It's a pretty pen. And I have a 10 multiple, part here from Diamond Art Club. This is a cover minder. And some, I don't know where I got these tweezers, but they're very sharp. But the cover minder is from when Diamond Art Club used to put out cover minders. But we're pulling drills up. Let me make sure all those go back down. So this is a cover minder from when Diamond Art Club used to give out cover minders, and I just liked it for this kit. And I'm using Elizabeth Ward tray. I think I showed you that last week. Let's get this right. And yeah, there's a lot of color blocking on this, a lot of color blocking on this one. So we might finish it during this WIP and Chat. So let's get started. I'm gonna get some drills here and trying a new setting on my phone for this WIP and Chat. It's always just a guess and check kind of thing when I'm doing these WIP and Chats is am I doing this in a way that's going to work best for the outcoming videos. You know, I'm just trying to figure that out as I go. This is more of a pro video setup and without the overhead light, but I'm trying to reduce, because I'm trying to reduce the glare on the section that I'm diamond painting on. You may see glare on other parts of the kit, but I'm trying to reduce the direct glare. So we'll see if that helps. And then, yeah, we'll see if this setup helps. I'm working on some natural light plus the light from my camera arm, not the overhead light. So I don't know if that's working for everyone. If you have any tips and tricks, feel free to leave them in the comments below for videoing WIP Chats. I'm still new at this. This is probably my 5th or 6th WIP Chat. I have to count. That I filmed. Filming at my new table with my new chair. And liking that. So this is the kit Baddie Party that came up on my WIP wheel, because I'm really using a WIP wheel now to decide what kit to work on, because I got pretty far on my Drills and Chills kit, the Trick or Treat with Cat. I got pretty far on that, so I didn't want to like just spend all my time on it, because I know it'll be finished by Halloween. And I had these other WIPs and wanted to kit up one more, which was the Baddie Party, which I kitted up. And one more fall theme one, but my other WIPs are doing well, but and sorry I go a lot. I apologize for that. I'm just thinking when I go and I do it again. The other kit is Schoolwork and Friends. It's a Hermione kit. That's my other WIP that hasn't seen a lot of love over the years. I started it 2 years ago for Drills and Chills and just didn't get very far on it, and kind of brought it back out to try to revive it. But I don't have it weighted very high on my WIP wheel. So it doesn't come up very often. So I might need to change that as time goes on. Change the weights of my WIPs. Right now I still have my Trick or Treat with Cat, my Drills and Chills kit weighted the highest. And I have Baddie Party, which I'm working on now, kind of at the next highest. And then the next highest is Schoolwork and Friends, which I've finished 3 rows of that. So there's 7 rows. So I've got 3 rows of that one done. On Trick or Treat with Cat, I have like 2 rows and 1 square left. So I'm getting real close on that one. Then this one, you can see I'm on the 2nd row of 1, 2, 3, 5 rows. So we'll be close to halfway through and a few more squares. And let's see. So then my 4th WIP was just kind of my fun travel WIP that I take with me when I fly, especially because it's hard to fit a kit in a suitcase. Although sometimes I do fit a kit in a suitcase when I travel. Smaller kits, not my Trick or Treat with Cat, obviously, because that's a pretty big kit. But yeah, when I travel with, because when I went to California, I took a small kit with me. I just packed it all in the suitcase. It wasn't too bad. But anyway, I take this little paint gem mini set of Space with me, and I've had it. I don't know when I started it because I didn't put that date in my gems flow, but I think I've had it started for a while. So I thought I'd put that on the WIP wheel too, and I have 4 out of the 10. Yeah, there were 10 little paintings. They're like 3 by 3 inches or something like that. And, or 4 by 4 inches, there's something like that. They're 3 by 3, I think. And there was 10 of them, and I have 4 left now. Because I did, it has come up on the WIP wheel a little bit. I started the WIP wheel when I did my 8-hour diamond painting challenge last weekend. Because I used the WIP wheel for that. And it went really well. It's a long time to diamond paint. I used a timer, so I took breaks and just counted the time I was diamond painting. It was tiring, but it was good to get progress on all my kits, but schoolwork and friends didn't come up. So that's how it is sometimes. So yeah, working on those 4 kits. I've ordered a lot of kits lately. I need to stop ordering kits. I just got excited and ordered some kits. So I don't think I'll kit anything else up until I finish one of these kits, because I don't have too much more drill storage. I have one container that holds like 36 little bottles, and I might have some small half-size Elizabeth Ward type trays, but you know, that's all I have left. I don't have any of the big Elizabeth Ward trays, I don't think, and I have a few small size ones, not very many containers for them size-wise, and some little bottles, some like 36 bottles. So I can kit up the right kit, but not necessarily what I was thinking of. So I don't know when I'll kit another one up. Probably not till I finish one of these. So yeah, I did that 8-hour challenge video. I think it went well. You'll see that video this week. You'll have to tell me what you think. I just put in a bunch of little clips of me spinning the wheel and doing a section, and you know, showing the timer and stuff. So I worked on the 3 whips, and yeah, it was tiring. I took a break for lunch, took a break to go walk, but yeah. I'm getting text messages during this. I need to look at them at some point, but I'll do that after I film this. So I think I'm gonna do for upcoming videos an Oraloa unboxing. I've never ordered from Oraloa before, but it came pretty fast. I got a cute kit. It is a fox and an owl in a cartoon kind of style. It is so cute. And I like the fox. My sister's married last name is Fox. And I like the owl. There's an owl that lives behind my apartment complex, and I hear him. He's a great horned owl, and I hear him sometimes. I am going to have to stop this and come right back. Well, I'm back. You won't notice that I was gone. But TMI, I've had trouble with my stomach ever since my workout early this morning. So, yeah, I'm dealing with that. I don't know what a workout. I worked out real heavy. I was going real heavy on the weights. But my stomach just hasn't been right ever since. So, I don't know what I was talking about. Let me get back to... Oh, so I got the fun, like the fox and the owl little cartoon kit, and I got one of their mini kits of animals from Orloa. So that I had never ordered from Orloa, so I'll probably do that unboxing as a video because that'll be my first experience. I haven't unboxed them yet. They arrived today. They arrived pretty quick, but they come from Canada. French part of Canada, I think. Quebec. And so that's cool. And then I'm thinking of doing some fall tag or just general diamond painting tag questions as videos. So I want to make sure I have plenty of videos and I'm kind of ahead on my videos because I will be having surgery in November. So I want to make sure I still keep my schedule of videos, you know, pretty consistent, even though there's probably going to be maybe a week or so where I won't want to do videos. Maybe a little longer, depending on how it goes. And that's coming up in about 6 weeks. So just want to get ahead of things. And and I have some work travel coming up. So I'll be traveling with diamonds. I'll be traveling with a kit. This week, it's a driving one. I'm going to Georgia. It's about 4 hours away. So I will spin the wheel and figure out what kit to take. Because I could take my big kit if I spin that. Because it can go in my car. And it might look awkward, me carrying it into the hotel, but that's okay. I will get there before any of my coworkers do because I'm driving and they're flying. And I'm driving Monday morning and they're flying Monday afternoon. So, yep. So, I'm wondering if we should do a different color than this big block color. That's what I was wondering. Maybe we'll just do the big block color. That's my process. So, yeah, so I have work travel. You know, and I might take my filming arm. I might film one of those tag question videos while I'm in a hotel in Georgia. Just depends on how I feel. But that would be appropriate for my channel because I'm traveling with diamonds. Normally I travel quite a lot for work. We had an administration change, so a presidential administration change, but we won't talk about that. And sometimes that slows down our work because, you know, all the federal offices are changing and all that stuff. So, you know, a lot of stuff changes with that. So yeah, so I haven't been traveling as much this year, but it'll pick back up. I think it's picking back up shortly because I have another trip in October to Florida. So we will see what other trips come up. But Florida I'll have to fly. It's too far on the other side of Florida to drive. I don't drive for work if it's more than like 6 hours. But if it's 6 hours or less, I drive it. And it's nice because then I have a car and I can come home if the meeting ends early without having to change a flight or anything. So yep, so my weekend is pretty much getting ready for my trip, kind of cleaning up the apartment, doing laundry, packing, doing a little bit of work this weekend to get ready for the trip because I didn't want to work this afternoon. I'm lucky we only work half days on Fridays, so I could have worked this afternoon, but I think I'll work Sunday instead to get the stuff I need done. Yeah, my workouts have been good, aside from after my workout today. I don't know what happened with that, but I did lift heavy this morning. I am getting some arm definition, which is just thrilling to see. And I can kind of see if I get in the right position in the mirror, the definition of my back. Now, nobody will ever see that because I don't wear anything that shows my back. But I can see it if I look in the mirror just right. But it's exciting to see some definition of my muscles. That's real exciting. And I want to keep that up. It encourages me that I am definitely increasing my muscle mass, and I am trying to build muscle, get rid of a little bit more fat, but build muscle. So that's cool. I'm still in the walking challenge. I've done 19 days. I've done 19 days straight. I'm still getting a lot of text messages. Sorry. I've done 19 days straight of the walking challenge, where we were trying to do a mile a day and every day in September. So that's good. I'm a little worried when I go for work if I'll be able to get the mile in. It might have to be on a treadmill. It kind of depends on, like, I think we're staying in a downtown area. It depends on how safe I feel in the downtown area and how like walkable it feels, you know, and then what the timing's like, because you know, we may have to get up early for the meetings, so it kind of depends on all that, and then what time the sun comes up and what time the sun sets, and lots of things go into whether I can walk while on work travel. But inevitably there will be a treadmill in a fitness room that is open 24/7 at the hotel. So worst case, I can go do at least a mile. You hear my cat? That's Wally. Hi, Wally. What's wrong? Yeah. You just meowing to meow or something wrong? I think he's just meowing to meow. Oh, I see the toy. He probably wants me to throw it. But this is the room I usually throw it to. I don't know if I can pick it up. I'm on a high chair on my high table, and my toes are in socks and they can't pick it up. Wally, I can't pick up your toy right now to throw it. I'm sorry. So yeah, so we'll see about getting the walking challenge on Tuesday and Wednesday. I should be able to get it Monday and Thursday. But we'll see what happens Tuesday and Wednesday. Then I'll give you an update on the cat since we were talking about Wally. Wally's doing well. He is losing a little weight, I think. I'm restricting his food just a little bit more. He eats it all. We try to exercise by me throwing his little toy and he runs after it. And that's what he wants me to do right now, but I'm on this like higher chair because the craft table's higher and I can't reach at the toy. So he needs to play with it himself, which is what he's trying to do. And Eva's doing so good. She's on her daily antiviral. She's not having any symptoms. So we just hope that stays. That stays like that. Her eyes cleared up and all that. I misplaced those drills. I placed them on top of the other drills. Sometimes I try to get it really close to the drills below it and I place them on top and that doesn't work if you're watching me on the screen. Otherwise you may just be listening to me because that's what I do with WIP Chat sometimes, is just listen. Yeah, so the cats are doing well. Oh, something else I'm doing this weekend, of course, is watching Georgia Tech play. They won last week and beat Clemson. It was so exciting. I was heading to Florence because I get my toenails fixed by a lady in Florence because my toenails are damaged. And she has the right tools to get them growing straight. But anyway, I watched the first hour or so at home and then I got in my car and listened to it. And then I got to the nail place and I put it on Gamecast. And I didn't put it on video because I didn't want to be rude at the nail place. And then I looked down and I saw that I kind of was watching what was happening and I saw that it was tied and the Georgia Tech got the ball back and there was like no time left and they were pretty far from the field goal, but gosh darn it, they got that field goal. It was like a career long. It happened with no time left on the clock. Like it was a fire drill and they did it. And they beat Clemson, who was ranked. And so now we're ranked, which is so exciting. I don't think Georgia Tech's been ranked since, I don't know when, but this is our first beginning of a season since 2016. So I don't know how long it's been since they've been ranked. But so I'll be watching Georgia Tech play, although I'm not real sure how I'm going to watch it because it's not on ESPN. It's on the WB. So I might have to see if I can get a free trial of Vubo or whatever. What's it called? Something where you can kind of watch the network stations. I don't get network TV in any form. And I don't think you can stream the WB on any app. I don't know who owns Warner Brothers on the so NBC is Warner Brothers. No, maybe not. Does Warner Brothers own anybody? I was wondering if Big App owned Warner Brothers or Warner Brothers owned a Big App. but I can't think of. I think Warner Brothers usually streams on Max, HBO Max now, right? So, so yeah, that's something to figure out is how I'm gonna watch it. It's tomorrow at 3:30. I mean, I know it's on the WB, so yeah, I might have to do a free trial of one of those streaming services that gives you network TV. Because it's nice to be in a area, like I live close enough to Atlanta that I get it on the WB, because you know, some places I've lived, which I've lived in Lexington, Kentucky, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, I would not probably get because they might be regional games, so regional coverage, so I might not get the station. But now I live close enough to Atlanta, I live in Huntsville, that I get the regional stuff most of the time. And Alabama has a bye week, so I won't be watching them. But excited to watch Georgia Tech, although they play Temple, so I think they're projected to win. I don't know much about Temple. They have a weird mascot. Like I want to say they're the Owls or something, but I do have owls on the brain because of that kit. And the great horned owl that lives in the woods behind my apartment complex, or the set of great horned owls that lives in the woods. I've never seen them, so I don't know if there's more than one, but I hear them. The weather is still very hot here. It got up into like the 90s today. So I go walk in the morning before the work, before it gets hot. But they're saying maybe it's the last hot weekend we'll have. We'll finally get into some cooler weather. But at this point, I'll take 80 as cooler, you know. I went and walked one day during lunch this week, and it was just too hot to walk. I did my walk, but it didn't feel great. And I sweated a lot. And that's annoying when you go back to the office. It was 80, I think it was 88 or 89, but it felt like 90 something with the humidity and everything. It was too hot to walk during lunch. Not too hot to walk like maybe if I was at home, but too hot to walk during lunch at downtown at the office. Oh gosh, I'm slipping and sliding. Maybe I'm not going to get through this kit and this section. It takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through a section, and it may take me that long to get through here, and I won't talk that long, I promise. But yeah, Georgia Tech won, and now they're ranked 18th. Oh my goodness. I just can't get over that. That's so exciting. They beat Clemson. And last weekend I went to a Huntsville Football Club soccer match with some work people. And it was fun. They lost. They had an own goal, a self goal, where they scored on themselves, which was sad. That's how they lost. But they have a cute mascot. He's a goat. His name is Marshall for the Marshall Space Center. And he's cute, and they have a big rocket engine in the end zone. What do you call it? Not the end zone, but you know what I mean. In soccer, it's not an end zone, but they have a big rocket engine back there where they have the, it's usually where the drummer is and where the like people who have the big banners sit, the big signs sit, the like supporters. And oh, there's like a baby drill stuck under this drill. That's not gonna work. Where are you, baby drill? Baby round drill too. Baby round dot probably of resin. Oh my. There we go. Let's see if I can get those to line up better. So the soccer game was fun. It was a lovely night. It wasn't too hot. But the table's moving a little bit. Sorry about that. The table is not the most steady because it folds up. And it has these little catches for the legs that fold in. And I could never get those right when I built it. I could never figure out, I think the holes are wrong for the catches. I contacted service and asked them, and they're like, something's wrong. You've put something on wrong. And I've thought about switching the legs around and all kinds of things, and it seems like I'd just be in the same position I'm in now. So I don't know. I took pictures and sent it to the company, but we didn't get anywhere. But I think I have it in a pretty stable setup without the legs being in the catches. But it does move a little bit. The table does move a little bit. So I'm curious to see on this video if it's zooming in and out every time I go to place a drill and then pull back. Because I think it was doing that on the last video, and we don't really want that. And so I know the setting I can change on Pro Video to make that not happen. But no, silence isn't the best, but I am concentrating on this diamond painting. Let's see. I finished a book listening to The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and it was very good. I would give it a 8.5 out of 10, maybe a little higher. I thought it was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. So I started listening to The Mask Falling, which is a book I've talked about on here. And it is the book that spoiler warning if you're going to read it. I should have given you a spoiler warning in past weeks. But spoiler warning if you're going to read it. It is it has a devastating ending. And I'm seeing if listening to it, but I want to read the next book in the series. And this is like the 4th book in the series, and I want to read the 5th book in the series. And the series is called The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And I just find this ending of this book devastating. So, or I did when I read it, at least. So I'm hoping listening to it, even though I know we're going to get to that point, I'm hoping I can handle it enough to remember what happened and not just remember the memory of my feelings about what happened. Because truthfully, I don't remember the details of what happened. I remember my feelings about what happened. So, we'll have to figure that out. And I have some more books to read. And I'm ready to read those. But like I said, I want to read the 5th book of this series. But I want to catch up on what happened in the last one and try to remember what happened in the books before. And I'm kind of doing that now, listening to it. So I listen to it when I diamond paint, and I listen to it when I walk. So I have about 12 or 13 hours left. So we'll see where that gets us. And I'll probably listen to it while I drive to Georgia on Monday. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of diamond painting content. I sometimes rewatch a lot of diamond painting content. I rewatch Katie's WIP Chats. Katie is Diamonds and Washi, and I like her channel. But I really think something I need to work on soon is not buying so many kits. I think I get excited and I see kits and I see people finish kits and I see kits on videos and I see kits on the Discord and I see kits on, you know, and I get excited and I'm like, oh, I would like to do that kit. And then I go buy it. And I do on almost all of them, I do the like no interest payment plans because it just seems better on the pocketbook to pay $25 a week for 4 weeks than $100. But there's some flaws in that logic. There's some major flaws in that logic. But what if I've bought, you'll see it in my month review, but there was a midweek release. Was it a midweek or Monday release or a midweek release from Diamond Art Club? And I bought an Olaf kit. And I bought another Spangler kit, cute as a button. And then I've bought some Jaded Gem Shop kits. I bought these Orloa kits because I watched Katie work on an Orloa kit, and I kind of have never looked at their website, and then I found something I liked, and you know, the rest is history. But it's not a great backup plan, but you can always destash. There is a aftermarket for purchase kits that haven't been finished. There's a whole destash page, and there's destash in the Discord and all that stuff. Now, right now, I don't want to destash anything. I really like my kits that I bought. I really like the kits that I have in my stash. I'm diamond painting a little bit more because I'm waking up early in the morning and diamond painting. because I can't diamond paint every night after work. I just have other commitments. I can diamond paint some nights. I can diamond paint some on the weekends. But it's been nice to wake up in the morning and get a section done. Have an hour and a half or 2 hours in the morning. So I've been doing that. So I'm getting more diamond painting done. But I need to finish kits before I buy new kits. For sure. Keep the stash down. And, but that's part of this. It's kind of a collection. When you get into this, you really, there's these diamond painting companies who produce the kits, they kind of create a sense of urgency because they go out of stock and they discontinue, and you won't be able to buy it. You'll only be able to buy it in a D-stash if it gets discontinued. And yeah, so, but I've got to stop buying kits. But I have a lot of kits that I have a lot of kits that are coming to me. So whichever ones get here this month will be my month in review. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see them. And I think that's about all I have for you. This may be a shorter WIP Chat. We'll see with the 2 parts. So be sure to like and subscribe and comment below. And tell me if you when you travel, if you take your diamond paintings. And let me know, do you travel with little diamond paintings or big diamond paintings and all that. And then be sure to subscribe if you're new. We love the subscribers. I'm so glad you're here. And if you made it to the end of the video, leave me a suitcase emoji for my upcoming travel. See if there's a suitcase emoji. I think there is. Or something like that. Nobody's taken me up on the leaving the emojis yet on any of my videos, on any of my WIP Chats. But it's a good way for me to know if you actually watched the whole video. You know, I'm kind of curious about that. So if you made it to the end, leave me a suitcase. And that's all I have. So great to spend time with you. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.